Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning in to Scrooge Gaming here, the Scrooge Comedy Live. Today we're going to talk about StarCraft 2. Don't know how many of you still play StarCraft 2, but they actually just released a new mode, um, and that mode is Special Forces Elite 5. As you can see, I did play yesterday at 8:15 here. So we grabbed a bunch of guys and went for it. I wasn't actually sure if I was going to upload this video at first, but then I looked around and I didn't see anybody else had actually successfully completed this Special Forces Elite 5 on Brutal. So I figured I would go back and actually record what we did in order to successfully complete Special Forces Elite 5. This is going to be unedited. It will be 100% what we did from start to finish. The only difference is I might speed it up a little bit here using the settings, so that way, it's not a 2.5 hour long video. But this would be the strategy to go ahead and beat Special Forces Elite 5 on Brutal. Wait for it to load up here. Okay. So here it is coming in. I was Dark Avatar, so I'm going to go ahead and select him so you guys can see from my point of view. As you can see, difficulty was Brutal. I then selected Black Hammer. There we are. So the main strategy, at least for us, basic to start, was don't be in a rush. Everything is super OP in this match, so don't be in a rush. Take your time. We went 2 SCVs and we went 2 Black Hammers as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up a little bit here. We'll bump it up to 4 times faster. So as you can see here, the 2 Thors, here, I'll slow it down a little bit here. The 2 Thors basically right now is we're protecting the base. We have a Tesla tower set up here, which allows for scans and nukes, but our main point is to get the base defenses set up. Most importantly, everything else. We are killing, running parallel, or mirroring the bunkers, I should say. What we mirror on one side, we mirror on the other side.
Upgrade complete.
So like I said, a lot of this was about patience for us, making sure we got set up the way we needed to be set up. So there's a scan, some nukes again. Just cruising along here. Like I said, I might speed up some parts that are a little deader, just because of the fact that I don't want this to be, a 2 hour and 40-minute video. So in the build we have auto turrets, towers for scans, more auto turrets. Like I said, we haven't made any real pushes other than nuking here and there, in order to make sure that our SCVs do have time to put up the base. This is just basic strategy for beating Brutal. I'm sure everyone has different ways of doing it, but this is how we did it. So I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up to ×4. I'll slow it down when we actually make a real push here. So it looks like we started making a push over here.
Upgrade complete.
Can never be too patient, and I do the glass cannon style of Thor, which means the majority of my points go into attack to start off with. It does leave you a little squishy, which in case things like this happen. But
Our allies are being attacked.
to start out, it helps you farm a ton of minerals because you just kill everything. Except the only issue, like I said, is if they get too close to you, you end up like this.
Our allies are being attacked.
Man, I'm getting wrecked. I forgot how much I was getting wrecked. So I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up. We're gonna go times 8. So right now we have our first main boss coming in. When it gets closer, I'll slow it down.
Complete. Our allies are being attacked. Warning. Incoming circuit is under attack.
There's the first boss. That's what those flashy boss faces are if you're unfamiliar. It didn't take us very long to kill it because of the increased attack that we do have.
Complete.
Like I said, the reason this is a replay is I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to upload it, our strategy, and then people on my team encouraged me to, so I figured I would try to make it as quick as a video as possible. How we beat it. Unbrutal. In case you're wondering what Time Lord is, if you see Thorgon asking what that he needs to get Time Lord, is it reduces 30% of your cooldown timers for your G, your W, your E, and your R. It does reduce those by 30%. So when I asked there to let's go pop Frankie. Frankie is short for Frankenstein. He's a boss that's up here. The biggest thing is you have to have pace between too fast to where you don't have enough money to defend yourself, and too slow, because the longer you wait, the stronger everything gets. Always. So I came over here and got myself killed. What we're doing now is we're scanning, because once this pops out, I'll go ahead and speed it up here.
Our allies are being attacked.
Past all the hoopla. We'll get it. We'll run through here.
Upgrade complete.
So there's me telling Thor to let's go
Our allies' base is
Let's go push Frankie. Get this pop. And there we are, nuking it. Boom. Okay, so I'll slow it back down.
attacked.
Okay. So
Our allies' base is under attack.
I went too slow, but Frankenstein's dead. He was something that came down. He's another boss. And he did destroy a few things here.
Upgrade.
But now this main spawn point is clear, so we went through clearing here. And you can keep an eye like on time when certain major things happened, so that way you can keep track of when to farm, when not to farm. There's little zergling pods that come down. The reason we have the supply depots here is because what it does is it forces them to funnel. So everything, instead of coming here, everything funnels through the north. Okay? So that forces everything to come up through the north, where we only have one massive point of entry.
Our allies are being attacked.
I gotta find myself. I'm pretty sure I sat here and farmed for a little bit, to be honest with you, to get my minerals up. I'll try to speed past that. We have a boss inbound. I believe it's the Brute. And there, yeah, it's the Brutaling. So there he was. Thor is right there. I'm pretty sure it killed me, to be honest with you. Yeah, it did. So the Brutaling got through, because I played horribly right there, actually. We were able to kill it, though. Thorgon came in there. It was able to destroy it. I bumped this up a little bit here. So a lot of this is just more farming. Keep a look at the time here.
Our allies are being attacked.
Like I said, if you can see here, I'll slow it down.
Complete.
There, if you look, there's the upgrade. So right now I have 60 into attack, 10 defense, 10 into energy. Oh, I'm sorry, 10 to health, 10 to energy, and then none into attack speed right now. And we are 29 minutes in.
Our allies' base is under attack. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack.
Alright, let's see, where am I? Okay. So yeah, it looks like I'm just getting some kills here.
Our allies are being attacked.
Go ahead and speed it up a little bit here. A lot of this is just farming, so I'm trying to bypass it for you guys. Still something of very important happens. So if you can see how the setup is, we have auto turrets.
Our allies are being attacked.
You guys can see kind of how the setup is.
Our allies
So right now, a lot of what we're doing in this dead time is we're clearing the map. We're avoiding popping the Kerrigan, which is to the north. And the reason for that is we want to kill the majority of the spawns before everything comes. So right now we're kind of just out and about killing things. And that's the Tesla tower that Any Last Words is asking to be removed. There is right there.
Our allies are being attacked. Unidentified Zerg.
Now we have another boss incoming. I'll try to get a close up on that for you guys. Speed it up. So we have a boss incoming. This will be Hellbringer. And that is Hellbringer. Almost dead already. And that's why we upgrade so much in attack, because it just took 2 missile strikes for us to kill that. It wasn't very difficult. So this is our basic setup in terms of build. Like I said, the funneling, that's why those supply depots are there. We did run 2 SCVs as well, so that way we could have more units per SCV. I'm gonna go ahead and speed it up now. Like I said, if you look down here a lot right now, I'm protecting the north, and Thor is out there clearing a bunch of it, or at least he was. There was a Kerrigan that came down, and that was what was instant killed.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Don't want to speed up too far here. Can't take it any faster than 8, so that's as fast as you guys are getting it from me. Like I said, right now we're still just clearing the map. Thor's out there clearing the map. Which you can see here. He's just taking his time, clearing the map out. And I'm here defending, so the SCVs have time to build. Almost got myself killed there. Neat little buff, this one. Something you get from killing a boss or Kerrigan. It's called Ace. Oop, disappeared because I died. But you get Ace, which is 20% vitals, 20% damage, 10% attack speed, 10% armor, and 1,000 life. Just a nifty little thing to be able to get for free. So right now, you know, we're still clearing.
Our allies are being attacked.
And the rupture. So now slow it down. So this is the rupture. He comes from the north. It's a hive that we popped. That's his health. So the thing about the rupture is if it touches you, you're dead. If it touches your command center, it's dead. So very, very important you get this killed before it gets to your command center, and also to make sure it doesn't touch you. And I totally missed with that one. I forgot about that. So I'm waiting right now for my missiles to respawn, and then we popped it. So now I'm actually gonna switch to Thorgon here, just for this tutorial, because Thorgon is the one that takes out Mar. So for this part, we'll focus on Thorgon, the basic strategy of how to take Mar down. So. Alright, like I said, we are going to focus on Thor for this segment, so that way he can, or I can show you guys what to do when it comes to Mar.
Purpose. Kill everything.
And we also have another boss coming as well. So Mar's base is broken up to, I don't know if the correct term would be pylons, but it's broken up to where you have, I'm gonna use term pylons right now. Pylons that he's stuck in, and they allow him to respawn. So if you can see here, Thor's waiting. Soon here he should get scanned, and let me speed it up a little. He does. Let's see. Okay. So that's that's a hybrid Reaper. He did a lot of damage to us. At this point in time, we did have to fend him off. If I remember correctly, I ended up coming in, and there I am, yeah, and killing him with my missiles. This one set us back. We did end up getting it killed. Now at this point in time, Mars dissipated, so we have Thor, which is working on Mars base right now.
Our allies' base is under attack.
I'll try and get a picture of these pylons I'm talking about. So Mar's been wounded. So another critical point is when Mar's been injured, you can't hurt it. You can't hurt his pylons. You can hurt his base, which is what he's doing right now. That's his base. Boom, he's blown up. You can blow all that up when Mar is dead or wounded. But as soon as we get a picture here, I'll try to get a scan from Thor here of what we actually need to kill to put Mar away. So okay, so you see these? Those. Mar has to be alive for you to destroy these crystal pylons with Mar in them, like that. When all of them are destroyed, the preserver prisons. When all of them are destroyed, Mar does not come back anymore. He is officially gone at that point in time. He doesn't come back. So we'll speed up here. Very critical. You know, to make sure that Mar. Sometimes you're forced to kill him or wound him. It happens. But right now, Thor's main focus is to get those two pylons cleared, prisons rather, because now Mars returned, you can start hitting him again. Because if you don't, Mars is going to wreck your entire base. Now I'll jump over to here while he's clearing that out, so you guys can see another base that'll come in. This is the air boss. I forget his name. The Brood Emperor. This is where you have to make sure you have your anti-air turrets, as well as make sure you're scanning so they can reach. Because otherwise your stuff's gonna get wrecked. So making sure you have an anti-air up, which we do, and then making sure you're scanning as well. Now at that point, you see here all the prisons have been destroyed. So at that point, Mar is gone. But the key thing is we don't destroy the rest of his base, right? If you see up here, destroy the Protoss base, don't destroy the rest of his base yet. Focus on other things like clearing the map out, because the next major wave is not going to come until that part is destroyed. It's like the trigger that moves the events forward here. So right now both those bosses are dead. Thor cleared out those pylons that needed to be cleared out, so that's good as well. Let me see here. So I'll jump back to my character, who I actually was, which is Dark Avatar, and we're gonna go ahead and speed up, because if I remember correctly, a lot of this is just clearing the map, going through with Thor and clearing the map. Just making sure that we take our time and we're not rushing with anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and times 8 it here, just for the sake of our sanity. Now certain things, if you notice here, it won't be destroyed because we're not at the point where it's accessible for it to be destroyed. So this is one of the things that you can't get destroyed yet. It's just not available to you. We haven't sequenced it far enough. So I'm trying to rip through here. Like I said, a lot of this is just cleaning up the map. So while my guy's off cleaning, I'll go back to our defenses here. So this is kind of our basic setup with the double SCV. The supply depot's still there. You have your point defense turrets, your bunkers. I'm sorry. I'm blind and I don't see the bunkers. Oh, they're right in front of me. So, you know, we have a couple of Ravens as well. Tradition turrets, supply depots, bunkers with turrets on them. We have the PSI disruptors. We have our anti-air missile turrets. Right now everything pretty much gets shredded when it comes into the base, but just a basic setup of what we have right now, as well as our siege turrets that you can see right here as well. So like I said, a lot of this right now is just map clearing, so I figured I would show you guys a majority of what the base looks like. I'm right there actually. I'm pretty sure I helped defend. Maybe not. Maybe I go off clearing. Yeah, I do. I'm over there helping clear. Just wait for this to speed up. Sorry for the delay, guys. Can't make me move any faster. So what I'm talking about there is once the base is destroyed, Mars base up here, things are gonna hit the fan. You're gonna have a massive wave, which is where the majority of the people die at. Right now you have a hybrid Reaper coming in, hybrid, and super strong. Make sure you guys are ready. I'll go ahead and slow it down here since we're gonna have a boss come in. So there's your hybrid Reaper right there, and his little Reaper friends. Said they won't come from this way because of the supply depots. So I'm nuking it, you know, trying to bring down its shield. Very important that we have our meals up there. The meals are defending as well as repairing. They just slow them down just enough. There I am. So they're getting in pretty good right here. I went over and killed those more importantly because they were doing more damage. Then I sent off another nuke here. If I remember correctly, didn't kill it all the way. Yeah. It's pretty strong. Right away, our SCVs, they're working on repairing that because now people can get in through this way and they're not all going to funnel. So the main hybrid Reaper doesn't tend to do as much damage as the actual little hybrids that he brings in, the little mini ones. So that now that he's dead, SCVs get to work ASAP here, putting the base back together. And Thorgon is out there. You can see him on the map. He is clearing. Here, we'll go ahead and speed this up a little bit now. So just to show you guys, here I'll pause it. This is the ace buff I was talking about from killing that boss. We get the certain vitals as well, which is nice. Go ahead and resume this.
Are being attacked.
So like a lot of this is still map clearing, just being patient, going out, clearing the map, clearing the map.
Our allies are being attacked.
This is the area we're referring to right now. Just going in here and clearing out the spawns and taking care of all this stuff. That way we don't have to worry about it later. Our SCVs are really good. The group of guys I play with are really good at scanning at the same time. So they're running scans for us. Tesla Tower is super important for scans. Oh, and these little boogers. Widow mines, super good. They're expensive, but they're definitely a crucial part of this defense and this strategy to be brutal.
Our allies are being attacked.
And now we're waiting. And I'm pretty sure this is the point where Thor goes and cleans out, yeah, the rest of the map. And so now we're talking about the wave, the massive wave that's about to hit.
Upgrade.
Super important part here is you're gonna have 2 or 3 bosses come at you. You're gonna have a bunch of Nidus worms come at you. You have to have somebody killing the Nidus worms. If you don't kill the Nidus worms, you're in deep trouble. They'll just keep sending stuff at you all day. Super important to make sure you have somebody out there killing the Nidus worms while this happens, or you will fail. The horde will overrun you. So now is when that starts. And the Roach Warren, they're different spawns that these things come out of. You have to make sure you go around and kill them as well. So that's what Thor's doing right now. He's running around. Like the Roach Warren was one that was coming along. But now we have a Nidus Worm, okay? So a Nidus Worm is what I was talking about if we hurry up and get over here. and
Our allies' base is under attack.
can't see it now because it's dark. But that's a Nidus Swarm. You need to kill them ASAP. If you don't, you're gonna get wrecked. So they start pushing. You see, here comes one of the bosses, a Roach Queen. She has 375k health. I'd also recommend having somebody at the base to defend. As you see, they won't come from this direction, which is nice because those supply depots, everything is coming from the north. The Roach Queen is dead. We killed the Roach Queen relatively quickly. And Thor's out there clearing out the Roach Den. See, now the Spire's been destroyed. The Roach Den's been destroyed. Points where these waves are coming out. If you don't do that, we said you are gonna fail. Super crucial that you have to get out there. You have to
Our allies' base is under
you have to get that taken care of.
Upgrade complete.
And kill the Nidus Swarms especially. I can't stress that enough. We'll boost here. So now we have another boss coming in. Look at him here. They should be appearing any second now. Yep, here they are. They're coming. These Mambas, they'll mess you up too. You got to make sure you're ready. By this point, I'm pretty sure my attack is through the roof. I can't see it right now. But here they are. Magnus, you little roach boys here. Thankfully, my damage is super OP. By this point, so is all of our turrets and everything. Because the SCVs are updating all their stuff on a regular basis. So right now Thorgon is right there. He's gonna go out there and continue to work on the dens. And we are focused on defenses at this point in time. I made some Ravens as well.
Our allies are being attacked.
Just for air support, I spawned a bunch of Ravens. You can see 45 of 45. And my main thing here was making sure these bastards don't get in the base. So this is a huge part here. Funnels them all north except for flyers, which are anti-air difficult, will come in anyway. The Overmaster come in with over 1 million health. So that's another one you have to take a look out for as well. And it looks like Thor killed him. So the Overmaster has been killed, as well as the Super Spire as well. So he's out there doing the work right now while we're holding down the base. Also, we've upgraded now the Planetary Fortress. It can shoot, it can bring up its defenses, it can do all of that. So we have Ravens, fully upgraded Planetary Fortress by this point. I have more minerals than I know what to do with. So this was a huge push for us. There's 2 more Nidus Worms, which are what the exclamation marks are. Got to get somebody out there to kill those Nidus Worms. If not, you're going to get overrun. You just are. That huge, this stops them from coming this way as well. It's super important. We only have to worry about that one side. So Thor went over there and killed that Nidus Worm. As you can see him on the orange dot on the map down here. He's going to start running over here to this one. And I'm just out there getting wrecked. So we have another boss coming. Oh. And Thor actually brought out a Hyperon. It's basically a battle cruiser. As you can see, that it's just a constant incoming flood. I mean, these guys are strong too. So those Nidus Worms are just feeding them. cruising along here. Thor's out there going for spawns. We're doing alright right now. Still got one more worm. Oh, two more worms. Well, that was destroyed because Thor, if you can see down here, was right by the one over here. It's just a constant onslaught.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Also, as you can see here, more of the map got unlocked once we actually beat the first wave.
Warning. Seismic disturbance detected are being attacked.
So more and more of the map will open up the more that you've beaten. Eventually all this will be unlocked as well. Go and speed this up. Thor's still out there clearing out the waves.
Our allies are being attacked.
Pretty sure I went rogue here.
Allies are being attacked.
Keep up with myself.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies.
Oh, this is where it got hairy. I remember. Where we almost lost it.
Warning. Seismic disturbance.
So I decided it was a good idea to go out there and help, which was actually a horrific idea.
Being attacked. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked.
Oh, and these are all the buffs I have at this point. And we had another boss come out, the Dread Hunter. Go check him out.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies' base is under attack.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, that's the Dread Hunter. I got wrecked killing it, but
Our allies are being attacked.
this defense is holding up pretty well. They made a push here somewhere, I don't remember exactly when it was. I know I wasn't where I was supposed to be though. Oh, nope, this isn't it either. slow it down so it doesn't lag as bad for you guys. Another Night Swarm, which continually pop out all the time. So it's crucial you keep getting them killed. That's why Thor has a flying unit. In a second here, we'll go kill this Night Swarm. These little odd-shaped wing-looking thing also mean Kerrigan, which means that Kerrigans are coming. So this is where we got pushed pretty hard. Couldn't rebuild fast enough. And then 3 Kerrigans showed up. This is where I thought we were going to lose it. There I am, trying to help fight it off. Oh, maybe this isn't where I thought we were going to lose it at. It happens pretty soon then, yeah, because we're at 2 hours already. There's Thor confirming that he's killed the worms. There's another worm popping up. Nidus worm. Gotta go kill it. And we popped another boss. Okay. Looks like Thor's going to intercept it though. Oh, there he is. And we were able to shred him fairly quickly. Our defenses at this point. You've noticed this entire battle, nothing's has come from the east either. And there's a Nidus swarm that just came up there. Like I said, it did take some time. As you can see here, 2 hours and 11 minutes. I'm sure, you know, if you've been working with your team for a while, you'd probably move a little faster. We just wanted to make sure we completed it, so we took our time and made sure we had everything we need. I have more resources than I need, so I can spawn in and fully buff up all the time. You can see anything that comes in the base gets shredded. If I turn it down, it won't be as laggy. Just keeping systematically where the point drones go, or perdition turrets go, and then the bunkers go, just making sure that each SCV stays up on top of it. Speed it back up here.
Our allies are being attacked. Warning. Seismic disturbance.
Anytime the seismic disturbance comes up, usually a boss is spawning and there's also another Nidus swarm.
Our allies are being attacked.
We have Kerrigans coming in. I'll go ahead and slow it down because I think this is where we get beat up. Nope. try to speed this up here. Oh, it's gonna happen soon here. We got pushed bad over here in a minute. I remember. As you can see, it was almost within the time of us beating it, so. Push should be happening any second. This is the point now, even the bunkers are ace, so you can actually ace any piece of equipment as well. So if you look here, this has an ace. If you look here, this is aced. Every one of their pieces of equipment are aced. I think this is where, nope. This is aced, has buffs as well. You can buff pieces of equipment. At the point now you have more money, you know what to do with, so you might as well make sure all of your equipment's fully buffed. There we are, clearing things out. And we destroyed the greater spire. Another spawn point, which is up in this here. And it's just us pinging on the map where we need us to go.
Hope this thing's insured.
Another boss came out. Pretty sure they killed it fairly quickly, but I could be wrong. Over 1 million health.
Our allies' base is under attack.
There he is. We were able to nuke him and kill him.
Insured.
So we haven't won yet. We think we won. Little do we know. And then they just came in and they started shredding everything. We had a wave hit us, we weren't prepared for it, and they just started shredding everything right when you think you won. Here comes this wave, right? And there it goes. And I think we've lost it. Managed to push them back. Because we got cocky. And then it was rebuild. And the hive popped. You have the Queen of Blades coming down while we have no base. Things were getting a little hectic in Discord, to say the least. I'm sure you can imagine. And then the SCVs are back to work, trying to put the base back up as quickly as possible. Re-acing everything.
Our allies are being attacked.
And now it's just clearing out the map.
Our allies are being attacked.
So we managed to rebuild it all,
Hope this thing's
clear out the
insured.
map. By that point it was the last boss. You just have to go clear out the buildings. I'm pretty sure I did. And I destroyed it, and we won. Yep.
Our allies' base is under attack.
Hope this thing's insured.
Our allies are being attacked.
Back.
Our allies are being attacked. Our allies are being attacked.
So here I am.
Our allies are being attacked.
Not even me.
Hope this thing's insured. Hope this thing's insured.
Coming in with a battle cruiser. Here I am. And they're beating Special Forces 5 on comments. If you like the video, want to see more videos from us, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you for watching.